Welcome to Small Town America.
No air conditioning.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
How fast can you run? Hopefully faster than you.
Freedom ain't free.
Well, I was kind of hoping we could fire you.
It's good enough for me.
Amen. We set a deadline for our grand opening. The Mercantile is moving right along, and I just love when people come in here and tell us stories about being in the Mercantile as a kid and being excited about what's happening in our community. And Henry, you've been here before?
Been here before several times, yes.
And this is where you got your shoes.
Where I got my shoes. Most of my other clothes too.
Did you have shoes when you were a kid, Norman?
During the winter time, we ordered them out of Sears Roebuck catalog, usually in fall. We were glad to see the Sears Roebuck catalog come because you got new shoes, plus you had toilet paper for the winter.
Now, Norman don't mean he's using the Sears and Roebuck catalog for toilet paper. He ordered toilet paper. That's what you want me to clear up?
That was life.
What do you think about this project? You think it's worthwhile?
It's absolutely worthwhile. It's something that when Becky called me about this, I was just overjoyed with what she was doing.
I first came to the Mercantile when I was a young kid
To buy.
to buy shoes.
Did you have the blue, like the blue suede?
The blue. I always loved the blue. Always. Well, I just couldn't wait to get those shoes. That's all I could think about. I mean, we were a poor family. My dad roofed for a living. There were 7 of us kids. You know, we lived on the mountain. He worked hard. So we had to be real conservative. You know, we raised our own garden, had our own meat. But when it's time to come get a new pair of shoes, that was something. It was a big deal.
It was a little before my time, but I do kind of remember coming in here as a child and buying shoes. A lot of people, when you say Mercantile to a younger generation, they go, what is that? You know, even my daughter was like, what is a Mercantile? And a Mercantile was Walmart in 1894, early 1900s. This is where you got your shoes. It's where you got your dry goods, your corn, your coffees. Everything was right here. This was a dirt road in front of the building. And of course, everything has changed over the years. Now everybody goes to Walmart. And we have Walmart, we have Amazon, we have those things for a reason. But these small communities like this, we can't forget them. They have to come back.
I like Walmart. You know, you can get everything at Walmart, but I mean, just having this open store back means a lot. I mean, you know, I hate seeing the old building just empty and just shut down. I don't want them deserted. I want them to come back like everybody else. You know, I want to shop at these old stores. It just brings back a lot of memories, a lot of good memories.
Yeah, we bought clothes here from Mr. Payne, Walker Payne. It's a great idea to refurbish these old buildings and show them like they used to be. And it's a great idea.
Small town America.
Yeah, small town America.
There's so many things to see and do here, and it was just time to save our history. When we bought the building, it was a treasure trove full of history. We've got ledgers that go back to 1900. We've got all kinds of documents, and it's a lot to really educate where you're from and why you should love your home. So we're excited about it, and we just want everybody to have the love and the pride of Dunlap and the Sequatchie Valley. Nashville has exploded, and we feel like Chattanooga is on its coattails. And we just see this as more of a bedroom community where they come over and visit and then maybe go home. That's what I love to go visit cute little towns and explore and see what their uniqueness is.
In a small town, sometimes people, you know, they go other places. We're only 40 miles north of Chattanooga, so people go to Chattanooga to go out to a place like this, and when we could have it right here. And I believe that the Mercantile will be the hub for it. I think that we will have a gathering place, a venue. Behind me right here, we have a stage, which we're going to bring some entertainment, major entertainment, we hope, to this small community. And we got our elevator is behind me here, so we're gonna lower you down on the elevator and let you sing.
I operated that elevator. Lowering me down that elevator could take 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, we're gonna have to fix that, yeah. We had to put a Dodge Charger motor on it. Yeah, a guy from Otis Elevator came, checked it out, and he's been in the elevator business for 43 years. And he's actually from Dunlap, Tennessee, and I had no idea he was in the elevator business. And I called him and invited him to come and look at it, and he said it would be an honor to work on that because he had never seen anything like it. And we think it's maybe the second or third elevator in the state. Wow. So it's been there a long time, and it still works.
My relatives, my ancestors were some of the earliest settlers in the Sequatchie Valley. And I just felt like I had a strong conviction that it's on us, it's on our generation to do something about these old buildings because they're getting to the point of no return. So it's just unbelievable how far they've come. And we've just got such a wonderful crew, and they've just become family. We have just tried to use local craftsmen because their heart's in it. And I don't even call them craftsmen, they're artists, because each thing they do, they're so passionate about it and they've done it right. So many people have just stopped by and said, hey, I want to be a part of this. There's so much excitement in Dunlap about this.
There's stories, there's personalities in these small towns. And we want to be able to tell the story of this town with a revitalization of it. Revitalization, however you say the word. I don't care how old you are, you're going to enjoy this. We're going to give you music. We're going to give you a venue where you can come and eat and hang out, spend time with your friends, and even charge your cell phone. Like Hank Williams Jr. said, it's a family tradition. Norman's going to show us how to make Hillbilly Barbie wine, which is a tradition that was handed down from his dad and his dad's dad.
I like this row right here.
Tradition. What is it? Well, the dictionary says it's the transmission of customs or beliefs handed down from generation to generation. That's what I love about small town America. Tradition is important.
That's fox grape, wild grape that grows in the Appalachian Mountains. It's called fox grape. We gathered them all our life out of the woods, and these vines are 30 years old, and they still producing strong and doing good. I don't spray them. They don't need no spray. They've got natural stuff to guard against bugs. You don't see a whole lot of bugs or nothing on them, and it's one of the tastiest and best grapes I know of anywhere.
No sprays, all natural. God takes care of those vines.
Makes the best wine I ever drunk, and makes good jelly too. But the good earcroft's fine. They've got a sweet taste, but they've got a little bit of a tangy taste to them too.
My granny lived to be 100 years old. When she wanted chicken, she went outside and wrung its neck. Now that's organic. That's what I love about Norman and his grapes. Nothing but just natural, straight wild from the woods.
So we're going to go ahead and pick all these. We're in the process of making wine. Back when I was young, we found a whole bunch of fox grapes one time. We under in the holler, and we went and picked about 50 gallons of them. And Daddy made wine out of them. And I was 7, 8 years old, but we raised hogs at the time, and we had probably 15 or 20 hogs in the field, sows, little pigs, and everything. And after the wine got made, it was real good, but you could taste it, and it tasted like you'd eat on the candle. You'd leave a waxy taste in your mouth, and go and find out the barrel had been sealed with wax. and the alcohol had eaten the wax out of it, and it was in the wine. So he took it down there and poured it out in the hog trough for all the hogs. And they come in there and drunk all that stuff. Yeah, that's the funniest thing you ever seen, is a bunch of drunk hogs. Getting in a mud hole, wallering, and fighting each other over who was going to have the next drink, and this and that. And the next morning, oh God, that was all hung over, and it was awful. That's one of them things you remember all your life. Yeah.
I heard about the drunk hogs. Maybe Dixie needs a little bit of Hillbilly Barbie's wine.
You can put garbage in the back of your truck, cool up in the Walmart parking lot or anywhere that's about, and park. And them crows come down and start picking through your garbage. Well, let them do that once or twice.
Yeah, he said twice. That's Hillbilly for tea.
And then take a paper plate and lay down in your truck bed and put a piece of bread in it and pour you some whiskey on it. Let them lie down and eat it. I've seen them get so drunk they couldn't lie off a truck bed before. And then they'll go fighting, and that's when it's on. The little dog's pretty protective. He's a good dog, though. He got grit to him. People don't realize them weenie dogs have got more grit than most big dogs do. We've had them for better than 40 years, probably. Different ones.
I told you Norman didn't have a Chihuahua. Norman's got a weenie dog. Weenie dog named Brutus.
We had one. We called him Hot Dog. He was a whole lot smaller than Brutus. And pound for pound, there wasn't a meaner dog on the face of the earth. And I don't mean just mean, he was vicious. I don't care what it was, I could point to it and say, catch it, Hot Dog. And he'd eat it up. He'd stomp, rock, somebody's leg, he'd eat it up. He'd make you get on the car hood and stay on the car hood. Just a little bit thing, but he was tough, little old dog.
Hey, I ain't coming up.
He's on the porch.
Brutus, hush.
So what in the world? That's my CD hanging in the tree. What you got my CD hanging in the tree for?
Well, when the wind blows, it plays you singing and it keeps the deer away.
All right. So that's what all these are for?
Yep.
Does it work?
We ain't no deer bothered apples.
You got any apples? Are these from the tree?
Yep,
No, you just throwed these out here,
I
right?
did.
I tell everybody all the time that my CDs make a good coaster. Never thought about hanging them in a tree to keep the deers away. And what's this?
Dinosaur egg, Norman says.
It's got a crack in it.
It's ready to hatch.
See that? This is Hillbilly Barbie's dinosaur egg. Not really sure where he got a dinosaur egg at.
Yep.
You're the only person I know that hates snake worse than I do.
But she don't like them then. That's for sure.
I can't even watch nothing on TV about a snake. If I do all night long, I'm up. I even take a flashlight with me to the bathroom, check the commode, make sure they were in the bathroom. Before I turn the light on.
I ain't letting nothing.
You ain't saying nothing.
I mean, I'm telling you,
You need to get you a bunch of rubber snakes and lay them around.
he's done that to me before.
Now, I got word once that the TBI was going to raid me. So I went and bought a whole box full of rubber black snakes, and I hid them everywhere. Just to see what would happen. Well, the TBI never come, but for about a year, about once every month or so, I'd hear her scream somewhere. She'd found one.
He put them in drawers and everything.
And y'all been married how long?
Way too long. I don't know how many gallons it's got so far.
I'm thinking I probably have 20, 25 gallons. I can get them all picked off. Last year I had 20. I believe we got a little more this year.
Well, you need some help.
No, I got.
I get Baby Sue to help you.
Yeah.
No, I eat more than I pick.
Believe that'll do.
I wished I lived in a place this peaceful.
It's not always peaceful.
Well, only because you live down here.
Oh, my roses are blooming again. Come on.
I love Betty Sue. I love to pick on her, and she loves to pick on me, and that's kind of how we show each other that we care about each other. I'm going to steal a bunch of these apples for thee.
Well, he could be on the porch and no one could be eating a Tootsie Roll. I swear he hears that rapper. He has to run down here to get a Tootsie Roll.
Hey, I'd hate to hear me unroll a Tootsie Roll or rapper.
You feed that dog a Tootsie Roll?
Yeah, he
He
loves
loves
Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Rolls.
Why? Is there anything wrong with it?
Well, is that chocolate?
Yeah.
Chocolate's bad for a dog.
Well, he loves them.
They say chocolate will kill a dog.
Well, he's been eating them for a long time. He's still kicking.
Well, don't change nothing then. Don't pay too attention to me like I ain't a
I don't
veterinarian.
know if you
I was read about it. How long you and Norman been been married?
Well, in 83, we've been married since 83. I don't want to go through another man no more.
She's a good cook, and I hate to train a new one.
That's right.
She like my wine, I like her cornbread. I guess it works, don't it?
Well, what? I got that in a song for sure. She likes my wine and I like her cornbread.
Especially the crusty part.
Okay, there you go. Roast the mash anyway.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna put them through here and mash them, and you don't have to mash them up real fine. All you gotta do is break the hull on them. So I just put these two boards together and then sharpen that into a wedge where you can push them down through that gap. And it busts a hull on them. That's all you gotta do. All that does is just break the hull up on them, and then we let them ferment and put sugar to them and let them do their thing. Everything's natural. I don't put no additives in it, just sugar and grape juice, and that's it. Once you mash them up, you just let them sit for a couple, 3 days. All depends on the temperature and stuff, and it'll go to working and trying to break down. And when it does, then you put the sugar to it, and then over the course of a month and a half, it'll turn to wine.
And he's got to have it because his nerves are so bad. Gotta write that. She likes my wine and I like her cornbread. I'm gonna write that, wait and see. The elevator that we have here is one of the 2 or 3 oldest elevators in the state of Tennessee. And we've used it. We've hauled all kinds of lumber up and down with it. The elevator worked great, right up until it didn't anymore. What's up?
Oh, hey Cody, how's it going, man?
So, we broke the elevator.
I saw that. It looked pretty bad.
Can you fix it?
Shoot, I mean,
Well, hold on. I know you can fix it. What's wrong with it?
where do I even start with what's wrong with it? I mean, first thing is a huge liability for me and whoever wants to work on it. And there's a main beam that runs across the whole building there and has a huge fracture in it. And that happened, of course, when we had the second floor issue of it rotting and settling. So once that happened, it's just caused it to settle a lot, and it's kind of dangling there. You know, we need to get some supports under there. I need a good brick guy to kind of be in there and help me just jack it up a little at a time and get some supports. So I need the best brick guy you can come up with.
We'll call Joe.
Yeah, Joe, he's good.
You've used Joe before, and it's a family tradition with him.
I really like Joe, man. He's the best.
All right, I'll get a hold of him, and you can show him where it's busted at.
Yeah, we just gotta be careful of this, man. This is a big deal. A lot of liability, and plus it's old. Super old.
I'll see you later.
All right, see you later.
Oh, by the way, got to tell you.
Oh.
Heath already don't like me. Louie and Becky want us to get along. But now I gotta go tell him that he has a deadline to get the mercantile open. It's probably not gonna go over well. I hate to be the guy to tell you this, but you know, I'm always the guy to give you bad news.
Yeah, I know.
We got a deadline.
Deadline? Really?
You got 90 days to be done.
90 days? You gotta be kidding me, man.
90 days.
Should've told me that 90 days ago.
Look, man, I'm just a bearer of bad news.
It ain't you, but it's a little frustrating trying to figure this out last minute, but.
Can you do it?
Shoot, I can do it. It's just a matter of, being here all the time, so I guess I'm gonna have to.
We already here 6 days a week. It may be 7.
7. That's what it's looking like.
90 days.
90 days.
I got Jerry Reed song. 90 days, Jerry. What you got?
I reckon that's what we'll have to do then.
All right.
You have a good one.
I'll see you later. See, I told you wasn't going to be happy.
90 days? I can't even get my materials in 90 days. Shoot, this is freaking impossible, man. I didn't sign up for this.
This is a quilt. I sleep under a quilt every night that my granny made with her own 2 hands. It's a tradition. It's a dying art. It's something that we don't see a whole lot anymore. So we need to keep handing this down and teaching the younger generation how to make a quilt. Otherwise, I'm going to freeze to death because I ain't making one.
I'm working on a building. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. I'm working on a building for my Lord. Thinks he's almost built.
They knew exactly what they done this building.